Okay, so we were discussing word equation,
Yeah.
and yes, we did practice some equations. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have explained what is an element.
Mm-hmm.
So compound, okay, we have atomic form and also the molecular form.
Yeah.
Like let's suppose we have sodium, magnesium, aluminum, copper, chromium, iron, nickel, all are elements,
Mm-hmm.
but this is also an element, but it's in molecular form, like H2, N2, O2, F2, Cl2, Br2, I2, N2, O2. These all are elements, but molecular form of element basically. So,
Okay.
uh, is this an element? You would say no. Why? Because I told you that element contains the same type of atoms. Element contains the same type of atoms. These are not the same type of atoms. As you can see, this is green and this is red. Green and red, green and red, green and red, green. It should be whether they all are red and whether they all are green. They must be the same. For an element, the atoms must be the same. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Then what is compound? When two or more elements are chemically joined together, they would be forming a compound. And after this, we did word equation. After this, we did word equation because I was telling you that in a chemical reaction, the compounds are going to form as a result of the product. So
Yeah.
whenever we are doing a chemical reaction, chemical reactions are represented by a chemical equation. So in
Mm-hmm.
chemical equation, we just showed how the compounds are going to be formed, like NaCl, then H2O, then calcium carbonate. All of that did we did in the last class. So what is a mixture? Mixture means uh, combination of two or
More elements.
yes, that are not chemically combined.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that when we were forming compound, so elements lost their identity. Like let's suppose this is sodium, this is chlorine gas. The color of the chlorine gas is pale green color. And when we are
Mm-hmm.
going to form sodium chloride, this is a white solid, this is a white solid. So elements lost their identity when you are going to form a compound. So elements lost their identity. But in the case of mixture, when the two or more elements are going to combine physically, so in a mixture, elements can keep their identities. Let's suppose I'm going to mix sand and iron fillings. Let's suppose I'm going to mix sand and iron fillings. Let's suppose this is a mixture of sand and iron fillings. So, you know, iron fillings is of brown color and sand is like kind of a skin color. So they would keep their identities. Just imagine that you have a mixture of sand and iron fillings. The small particles of iron are called iron fillings. So they will keep their identities. And this is not a chemical reaction. They just physically combine together.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between compound and mixture? So compound means they are just chemically combined, they are physically joined, they have a specific formula. There is no formula of mixture because in a compound everything is having a fixed ratio. Like let's suppose in water, if you can see two hydrogens and one oxygen. Like in H2O, you have two H and one O. This is a fixed ratio. It would not change. It would never change, I can say. Like let's suppose
Yeah.
if you have if you have mineral water, if you have tap water, if you have distilled water, if you have rainy water, any water from river, from the sea, from the lake, any water that you have, the formula of water would remain the same, in which you would see we have two hydrogens and one oxygen. This is called
Yeah.
the ratio. This is called the ratio. But in mixture, like this, this is not fixed. You can take 10 grams of sand and you can take 5 grams of iron fillings. You can take
Yeah.
5 grams of sand and 10 grams of iron fillings. This is not fixed. That's why
Mm.
I'm saying that if something has fixed ratio, so we have a chemical formula. And if there is no any specific, you can say, in a mixture, composition is not fixed, so obviously there is no chemical formula. Okay. And cannot be separated easily. Compounds are cannot be separated easily. uh, Cannot be separated means nothing.
One
They
second.
you
One
are.
second.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So compounds cannot be separated easily, but in on the other hand, mixtures can be separated easily. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that we can never uh, broken down any compound. We can break down, but the thing is that you have to provide a lot of energy to the compound so that the compound can be broken down into the into the
Isn't
smaller ones.
Yeah. Isn't a chemical change irreversible and a physical change is reversible?
Basically, this is a chemical change. Compound is a chemical change, and
Mm-hmm.
mixture is a physical change. Okay. And mixtures
Mm-hmm.
are reversible. This is
Yeah.
also, we can write, like, this is another difference, that mixtures are reversible but compound is not reversible. But we
Yeah.
have some chemical reactions which are reversible,
Mm-hmm.
okay. We have some chemical reactions we would also study. This is our syllabus: reversible reactions and equilibrium. So
Mm.
uh, then we have a molecule. If you can see, molecule means that when combination of two or more atoms join chemically. In some molecule you would see two atoms, in some molecule you would see more than two atoms. Let's suppose you have water molecule. So in water molecule you have two hydrogens and one oxygen. In water molecule you have two hydrogens and one oxygen. So it means
Mm-hmm.
that this is polyatomic molecule. We have two types of molecule basically. You can say diatomic molecule uh, and polyatomic molecule. Diatomic molecule and polyatomic. Di means when the molecule is composed of two atoms, and poly means when the molecule is composed of more than two atoms, basically. Let's suppose
Yeah.
H2O. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So, uh, and also, molecule may consist of same atoms and different atoms. So maybe same atoms, maybe different atoms.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is,
Um.
as you can
More.
see, these are same. But this is
Mm-hmm.
different. This is different. This is different. This is
It's
different.
because
This is
it's because
different.
there's oxygen. Yeah.
Exactly. So
There's another.
different atoms. So may consist of same atoms, may consist of different atoms. Okay.
Mm.
Yes. Uh, Identify the following. Identify the following. These are carbon dioxide. You can say
Okay.
that this is a compound. You can say this is a molecule. H2 is a molecule.
Mm-hmm.
You will never see that any diatomic molecule, let's suppose H2N2O2 F2 Cl2 Br2 I2,
Mm-hmm.
like the same atoms which are joined chemically to form a diatomic molecule. So you will never see that anywhere that they are, we can assign the name compound for them. No, these are molecules. But whenever you see a different atom joined together chemically, so yes, you can say molecule slash compound, like H2O, molecule slash compound, CH4, molecule slash compound, CCl4, molecule slash compound. Are you getting my point?
Mm.
Yes. But we have some, you can say, some reasons when we would be discussing bonding. So then I would tell you that when those, you can say, chemicals in which we have an ionic compound, so we can say that they are compound. And
Okay.
when some in some chemicals we have a covalent bonding, okay, so then we can say that they are molecules. They can be molecule, they can be a compound, but ionics are always compound, always ionic compound, not ionic molecule. Always the ionic bonding, those elements, those substances which contains ionic bonding, so we would be calling them ionic compound, like they are compound, not a molecule. So we would be discussing when we would be starting the chemical bonding chapter, okay.
Okay.
So that's all for a compound, elements, and mixture. This is, you can say, very easy and very small topic. And you will see different questions in a past paper. Let's just do some paper